somehow there is mild Dragonflight news. It'd be very easy to humongously clickbait this story.
This is massive spicy.
Alpha when?
Next
Alpha
week,
soon? Alpha soon.
Alpha always.
Yeah, could genuinely be soonish, actually.
Yeah, the alpha is actually happening right now. Just internally, of course.
I swear, if it happens the day we go to BreachCon.
You've leaked the news.
Scundered.
You've leaked the news, Michael.
I already tweeted about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Yeah, I mean, unless I wasn't supposed to, but
I don't know.
I mean, I've went to the last two, so I don't think anyone would be too surprised.
Yeah, but surprising for sure.
Right, I suppose we should talk about the Alpha soon. Alpha soon. Oh my god, the news. There you go. We all just were looking for news. Where is our Alpha?
Honestly, at this point, it is like, obviously, it's sort of okay because we've been distracted with everything else going on. But I look back over, from the Diablo side of the thing, look over the general gaming world, look over the World of Warcraft and go, oh yeah, nothing's happened.
Yeah, I think they might just be making the game.
Yeah,
shockingly enough.
It's like, look at that, there's some nerfs. That's what's happened, really.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we don't really know when the alpha is going to happen. There was a lot of the word soon being used at BlizzCon Line.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a TM soon, so hard to know exactly, but I imagine they are ramping up towards alpha given the release of the talent trees. That's roughly what they said would happen. Now we see it happening. And a few little data things have been seen by the people who sniff around to find interesting data. So basically, the internal alpha name change. Here we go. This variable changed from World of Warcraft internal alpha name Shadowlands to Dragonflight internal alpha.
Hang on. What were they doing playing the Shadowlands alpha for this long?
That's it.
Is that why they...
A bunch of Shadowlands references removed. Right? So, the thing is, though, the build, I believe the build that is actually, there has been up since April 22nd. What we're just seeing now is a bunch of name changes. So really, who knows what that represents? Like, it could represent the build has been uploaded, but only a few people in the WoW team are using it, to now it's being tested within the WoW team. Maybe in a few weeks, maybe quite shortly, we see it have a more broad Battle.net deployment for friends and family. I remember with Battle for Azeroth, that did result in all of the data mining happening like a month before any like external to Blizzard friends and family actually got to play it. So, we could actually get something like that.
Yeah, that would make sense if it's like part of the team who know that it's Dragonflight Alpha without seeing it versus the team are kind of like, oh yeah, here's the Blizzard team on mass or on large having access to it, as opposed to something a little bit differently.
Yeah, that they added some support for the WoW Vendor 3 and 4 products on the CDN2. Again, this is the sort of thing that won't really mean too much to many people, but those are like just not for public use or encrypted products. But, basically, right, alphas, essentially it's rummaging around in servery stuff that basically you don't really need to understand. It just means they're rummaging about getting ready for Dragonflight stuff. So, and we're just able to see some of the fragments of that. Publicly, Marleman tweeted, just a bunch of that about this stuff, just kind of like highlighting to people essentially what is up. So the next things that usually happen before the public testing is regular encrypted 10.0 builds, right? So that's internal stuff, not for us. WoW beta Battle.net changes being renamed to Dragonflight Alpha/beta, no longer being deprecated. WoW beta getting a non-encrypted 10.0 build, and then here's some of the similar timelines for those events happening from Shadowlands, which is February 19th, April 3rd, April 8th. So for us, on our number one, we got April 22nd. May, June, 2 months. So we're sort of there. Who knows? Basically, it's just all going to depend on their development process.
Yeah, well, there's definitely stuff happening. Well, Dr. Frankenberry says, my friend got a closed alpha invite for testing the Evoker only. He gets an hour to mess around and then talk with the dev. Wow. So that would make sense if they're trying something very new for a class. They're like, yeah,
someone's connected.
Yeah,
neat.
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Well, obviously, can't verify, but if true, then very literally, that is some Dragonflight alpha testing going on right now. Cool. And actually, the idea that they're able to do more like small sliced up targeting testing, that's also quite good.
Yeah, I imagine they kind of, and this is the awkward thing where I think there's a certain point of testing where, hey, everyone come in is kind of useful, but you have to go very far before that becomes useful.
Yeah, totally.
But I guess that's the point of like the closed alpha stuff, but I guess it's just, it all needs to be there first.
Yeah. So the next thing that happened then that people noticed is that the Drakthir spell effects that appeared in like 925, those have been re-encrypted, and they have the same encryption key as the Emerald Drake mount, right? So like here's kind of what they look like. Here's a little bit of that texture actually being used. What could this be? I've seen plenty of speculation. Maybe it could be to do with using this mount. Maybe it could be the Heroic or Epic Edition Hearthstone cosmetic. Could be something like that. Another thing then, Keyboard Turn and a few other people have been just pointing out the really quite large number of encrypted stuff that's just in the game files right now. So we've got a mount, pet, and some items, which is probably some sort of pre-order bonus, a whole bunch of animations connected to them. There's an encrypted item set. There's another encrypted item set. There's a mount with 6 .m2 files. There's a battle pet, an unknown model, a battle pet with bear cub noises, a pet and achievement, an unknown mount that came in encrypted in 9.2, a gooey slime saber, which is, you know, those like, well, it's like a night elf saber, but made out of goo, like Maltraxis style goo. There's a mastiff battle pet, a serpent mount, a harvest golem pet, a 9.2 added unknown mount, a 9.2.5 added unknown mount, and a transmog item that I think based on some of the file sizes and stuff, people are fairly sure is a backpack.
Yeah, so, and a backpack with a couple variations for different colors of dragon whelps, probably. Yeah. Baby dragons.
Basically, this is probably like pre-order or just purchase bonuses for Wrath of the Lich King Classic, pre-order and purchase bonuses for Dragonflight.
Yeah.
Potentially some 6-month subs. Maybe a new store item.
Yeah, some Season 4 stuff in there as well.
Oh, Season 4, of course, yeah. So,
indeed.
There you go. That's a look at the data sleuthing things that have been going on in Azeroth. Essentially, yeah, it's been a quiet week, but rumblings are happening. I think with Frankenberry saying that their friend is actually doing some alpha testing right now. Interesting. So maybe it is actually happening.